Hello, lovely people. Let's look at a few techniques for managing anxiety. I have to mention breathing before we get really underway because breathing is essential. It brings you back into yourself, it centers you into the moment, it reconnects you with that sort of universal flow. And there's a reason that, say, box breathing is a technique used by, the Navy SEALs that are in highly stressful situations, because it gives your mind somewhere to anchor as you're sort of bringing your energy back into a place of stillness and giving your energetic system that sense of safety that it needs. Because that's, of course, what is causing the anxiety, is that our central nervous system is starting to go, I'm out of control, I can't, and sort of we move into this agitation and sometimes paralysis. And the thing with our mind is that it races ahead and creates the stories or the scenarios that feed the cortisol, that feeds the anxiety, and we end up in this sort of looping situation. So box breathing is really effective, and the counting is in the box. So you could either imagine counting the box or you can imagine the numbers. So it's a count of, I like 4. So in for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And you're holding, a bit like in yoga, holding in your belly if you can for 2, 3, 4. Out from that belly breath, 2, 3, 4. Hold, just being in that stillness, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And as I say, good in your mind's eye to focus perhaps on the box or see the numbers, and just keep your mind, as it drifts off, just keep bringing it back to whatever works for you. So that's really, really good. Crystals are fantastic. There are many that work for anxiety. I've got here today a smoky quartz. This one is particularly beautiful, I think, but it's very good for sort of transmuting or getting rid of, absorbing negative energies, and then helps you to sort of take those, absorb them, but then dispel them, and as I say, transmute them into something a bit more positive. So it's a good absorber of some of that stuff if you might want to carry it with you. Being in nature, we know, is really, really good for helping us come back to ourselves, transmute or get rid of some of those negative things that are bombarding us, that are causing our anxiety. And so I've got what they sometimes call the gardener's crystal. It's hard to tell in this light, but it's got a beautiful gold sort of translucent quality about it, fish light. And so one like that is also really beautiful, but there's many, and you can go for heart-centered ones like, the rose quartz and so on. So crystals really good. You can have, as I say, you can have them with you, you can wear them, and so on and so forth. The next one, number 3, I am statements or mantras that you say to yourself. There's a really good one where you basically are talking to yourself in the first person. So I'll use my name, obviously you use yours. So you say, Glenn, you're doing really well. I'm proud of you, and you're safe. So say that to yourself over and over again whenever you're triggered, if you feel anxiety coming on, if you're just sitting, perhaps doing some work or in a conversation with someone, and you feel sort of a bit of a panic rising, or you feel yourself tensing up. Just say that to yourself very quietly in your head, or quietly to yourself if you can. And that again is, I talked before about cortisol. It centers you into a sense of safety in terms of your energetic system. When we're anxious, we're putting ourselves in that, you know, our adrenals are going, and we're getting into that fight or flight sort of state where we're feeling unsafe in the world for whatever reason. And it's about being your own hero, giving yourself the sense of safety and security that you need in order for you to feel safe, and therefore to sort of fall back into being you and feeling like you can navigate life, navigate the situation that you're in. So it's Glenn, whatever your name is, obviously, you're doing really well. I'm proud of you, and you are safe. So those three things, just giving yourself a sense of positive reinforcement, encouragement, and that all-important safety message. There are, of course, the I am statements as well that you can say to yourself, which are also really good, because the I am statement, and think of it in capitals, so capital I, capital A, capital M, and then whatever follows. Again, it puts you in that sort of now moment. It's a bit like the breathing, where you are, you know, I am safe. I am doing really well. But you can move into, so I am doing really well in this situation. I am actually really good at what I'm doing. I am liked. I am safely, you know, being myself, whatever, you know, or it could be far more fundamental. You might have a little sequence that you say to yourself. So I am doing really well at the moment. I am finding my path. I am living my purpose. I am really good at what I do. I am loved. I am liked and valued. I am seen and heard, so on and so forth. You can build them up and work on them, and maybe have one that is your starter for the day, and then one that's your anxiety buster. Or maybe have just one that you say over and over again, and it just becomes this sort of like a program, because you're literally reprogramming your nervous system. Okay, so that's 3. And the 4th is one that I've just sort of made up, to be honest. And it's I call it the jumping off the cliff and being your own safety net. So it's essentially a little meditation. And so you can close your eyes or imagine in your mind's eye. And it's quite sort of fun, because you're going to play a little game with yourself. And again, it's about, it's like the manifesting technique, where or the law of attraction, where you put yourself in the energy, and therefore your whole sort of being, which of course is an energetic system, you know, quantum physics, we are all energy, it will go into that energy that you've created through the meditation. So basically, it's the walking off the cliff. So you can walk off a cliff in a meditation, right? What's stopping you? You know, feel the fear, do it anyway, jump. So close your eyes, or in your mind's eye, take a deep breath. Let's just use the box breathing to get in the right space. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, holding, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Keep going with that. I want you to look down at your feet in your mind's eye, and you're standing on the edge of a cliff, wherever that might be for you. Just observe your feet and what's underneath them, and then look up, look around you, and just observe it. It might be a beautiful, you know, you might be on the white cliffs of Dover, and there's seagulls and beautiful sea breeze on a blue, blustery day, anything. So just observe, just marvel. And now you observe the cliff in front of you. And now you're just going to walk towards that cliff. And you know that because you are so ever powerful, you are going to catch yourself as you fall off that cliff. You are your own safety net. So you're walking towards the cliff and you stand at the very edge and you sort of might wiggle your feet a little bit. You feel that it's a little bit unstable, but you go, you know what? I'm okay. I am perfectly safe. And I am going to jump off this cliff and I am going to catch myself. And now I want you to design the jump for yourself. You might be a bungee jumping kind of person who wants the free fall, who wants the adrenaline buzz. You might be a kind of a bit more conservative type of person who actually would just like a really gentle cotton wool like cloud to come and catch you and envelop you in its beautiful, soft comfort. So now let's take a deep breath. And when you're ready, just imagine whatever it is that's going to catch you, whether it's going to be that bungee rope, whether it's going to be that beautiful soft cloud coming in, whether it's going to be a bunch of majestic angels, whether it's going to be a beautiful rainbow, whether it's going to be you're a trapeze artist and you're going to do 10 backflips and then bounce around on some etheric net that is floating around at the sort of, you know, under the cliff top, whatever it is. So now we're just going to take the step, and you take the step and you feel yourself falling, but you're flying. You're in control of this, and just marvel in it, have fun with it, play with it. And now you land, and as you land, you say thank you to my higher self. Wow, that was fun. And now you just luxuriate in that feeling of safety and of being held by whatever it was that you created that was your safe place to fall. And know that you are your safe place to fall. And so whenever you're feeling anxious, you can just say, well, you know what? I can jump off a cliff. I can do anything. And I know that I am here to catch myself. So let me know what you think of that. I sort of just made it up. And if it works, let me know. Have a great day.